in Dusseldorf in July, and certainly a player who made an impact in other tournaments as well. And he's up against a young Englishman, Chris Dobey, who beat debutant Ben Davis to book his place in the second round. Dobey making only his second appearance on the European Tour. Lost to Wes Newton in his first attempt in Mulheim last September, but has gone one better here and faces a very tall order against a man who is of big pedigree and is now a Premier League player as well. Rod Harrison back in the chair for this one. On paper, Rod, it looks as though it should be a comfortable ride for Robert Thornton, but Dobey will be posing one or two questions.
Well, he certainly will. I don't think it's going to be comfortable, really, for Robert Thornton at all.
First leg,
I mean, Robert's not been playing at the top of his game for a while now, but he did have a good Premier League last Thursday, which will give him a lot of confidence. And I was glad to see he's a nice fella, Bob. Had a few problems with his foot, and then he's had this chest infection that really knocked him on his backside. But he showed a good bit of form last Thursday, as he is with these first three darts. He's changed his darts. They've got a lot more knurl on them. He actually said, I can feel the darts in my hands now, which helps. We're in Cardiff for the Premier League. Well, Bob will be. Judgment night. It all starts 7 o'clock on Sky Sports, so if you're around, you'll see some brilliant darts and some nervy ones, as we will do here this weekend. But Chris Dobey, a good youngster with a good action as well.
And he was fairly ruthless against Davis yesterday, winning 6-1. It was a debut to forget for Ben Davis. We may see him again. Robert Thornton here, though, threatening a big score against the Dobey throw. Gets himself down to a finish first. Thornton, as Rod alluded to there, is making his first European appearance of the year. He skipped Venray with the chest infection that forced him to miss the Premier League night in Newcastle. That's why he played 2 matches in Liverpool on Thursday, and he made the most of it. Picked up 3 points from 4 to get himself off the bottom of the table and out of the relegation zone as well.
Game shot, the first leg.
Well, that's a tidy 14 dart leg, Robert.
Neat and tidy indeed, yeah.
Yeah, he asked the question of Dobey, and 2 dart clean kill there, and that will give him a lot of confidence. But Robert Thornton, as I was just about to say, as he hits the 180, is certainly finding the treble 20. A lot better than he has done probably for the last 6 to 8 months, or since he beat Van Gerwen in the World Grand Prix. He went off the boil shortly after then.
He's had a couple of chastening defeats, though, in the Premier League. He got battered 7-0 by Chizzy and by Taylor. But he looks as though he's got his campaign up and running. Mentioned his success in Dusseldorf last year. He made the semis too in Innsbruck. Lost to Van Gerwen in that semi-final.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would be flashing 7-0 now.
No.
You know, the last week or so, his form has changed 15-20%.
You require 121.
Yeah, there's been numerous highlights for Robert Thornton of late. None bigger than the victory in the World Grand Prix in October when he beat Van Gerwen in the final. For his second major title, having won the UK Open a few years ago. And he's level things up there with a clean take of double 20.
Looks a very good prospect, this young man.
Yeah, only 25.
Yeah, very good prospect.
95.
I mentioned it yesterday, really shot to prominence when he qualified for the World Series of Darts finals in Glasgow, beating Kim Ibrex in the final round of qualifying. Played Terry Jenkins on the big stage itself at the Braehead Arena and lost that one 6-5.
97.
And whoever comes through this will face either Chizzy or Jermaine Watimena in the third round tomorrow.
Yeah, and Chizzy's got to be careful there because Watimena, you know, one of the good Dutchman coming through, very fast thrower, so that's going to be a lightning fast goal.
36.
Chizzy's going to have to up his game a little bit. He's just gone off the boil, especially in the Premier League over the last few weeks.
100.
Yeah, Chizzy and Wassermain are playing in the last match of this afternoon's session. James Wade and Joe Cullen follow this one, and we've also got Kim Hybrex against William O'Connor.
42.
Both Hybrex brothers involved still. Ronnie will be on stage tonight against Jelle Klaassen. Well, Dobey here. Neat and tidy again with his finishing. That's very, very effective stuff. 81 checkout.
Yeah, sorry, Rob, a pair of 14 dart legs there for Chris Dobey. And another clean kill. So when you're playing someone, even though he's in the first two legs, he's done that, 2 darts.
59.
You do think, I'm going to have to make sure he doesn't get a shot at a double on my throw. And you can see Robert Thornton's front 9 average is absolutely brilliant. And look how bad Chris Dobey's is. At the back end of the legs, that's where he's doing it. 2 14 darts and a 13 dart for Robert Thornton. Very tidy darts from both players.
85.
Well, Dobey's also qualified for the European match play, which is in May, in Hamburg. Came through the qualifying process
60.
for that one too, so we will see him again on the European Tour. Didn't make it to Gibraltar. The Gibraltar Darts Trophy is the week before, but he was beaten in the first round of qualifying.
60.
Dobey failed to make it to the UK Open as well in Minehead. He didn't really put himself about in the qualifiers, but he's putting himself about here.
80.
With a ton 80, and maybe the sniff of a break of throw here for Dobey, especially now with Thornton peppering the 5s.
80.
Well, he got away with it with that last dart, but it's still only
43.
may give him 1 dart on a double. Oh, dear, he may not get another visit. Treble 17, he hasn't got that. It was a long way off there. So the way
87.
Dobey's been playing on his checkouts, you feel that Robert Thornton's got to take this out. They're going to get 1 dart at the double. Have to move to the left. The flight's covering up the right-hand side.
58.
And now it is a really good chance for a break.
56.
So 2 goes at tops here for Chris Dobey.
16.
Well, the second dart was further away,
Robert, you require 20.
and Thornton's been let back in here. Well, he's not there yet. Nervy times, but he takes it out at the third time of asking, and we're level once again at 2 apiece, but it could so easily have been 3-1 in favour of the 25-year-old from Northumberland, but he's out of the blocks quickly here with another maximum 180. Well, there's lots to like about Chris Dobey and the way he's playing so far. Must have been a big setback for him, a big disappointment not to lose that, or not to win that 4th leg, but he's getting on with the job here of making sure he wins leg 5.
100.
Yes, you're right. After having 2 darts at the double, he could easily walk up, being a young man, fresh in the game, thinking about it, and then starting off not
91.
too good, but he certainly put that at rest with the 180, and then followed that up with the ton.
100.
Again, he finds the treble 20 with his last dart.
Chris, you require 121.
Well, 6 darts from here for Dobey with Thornton on 175. He's not really... Okay, he's made a few inroads, but it could have been better.
Yeah, it could have cost him a dart on a double. He could have come back with 161, but he's hit the 7.
74.
So he's hit the treble.
Game
Wow.
shot in the 5th
That's the
leg.
3rd
Chris
leg
Dobey, 6 leg
that he's
Robert
taken the
Thornton.
2 dart combination, and 3 14 dart winning legs for him.
140.
Yeah, we said Dobey would ask 1 or 2 questions of Robert Thornton today. He's certainly doing that.
100. 100.
Thornton seeded 9 here this weekend.
100.
Not concerned about taking on a very illustrious opponent here. He's just playing his own game. He's getting on with it. So too is Bob.
Brilliant reply from Thornton. Another sign that the form of Robert Thornton is coming back.
100. Robert, you require 81.
Robert doesn't want to let Dobey back to the board on the 1-2-1 the way he's checking out. But he's going to, unless he can hit the bullseye. No, he's
34.
So a chance here for Dobey again. He's already had 2 darts at double top to break the throw of Thornton. Needs to find the treble 17.
And he has done.
Ball.
96. Robert, you require 47.
Groans all around the arena. Top stand for Robert Thornton to level it up again at 3 apiece, and on we go here. Really good match this. Difficult one to call now. Absorbing. And some brilliant darts from both players as well. Dobey really catching the eye at times here. 5 180s already in this match, and we're only in the 7th leg.
135.
Both players averaging just under 100. You know what sometimes happens in a situation like this, where Dobey,
100.
the underdog against a very experienced Thornton, has chances to break the throw of Thornton, but doesn't quite get over the line there, and then all of a sudden you find someone like Robert Thornton puts a little spurt on and gets control of the game. It happens so often with youngsters and newcomers. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen here, because Dobey doesn't seem rattled.
85.
That front 9 average of Thornton's is still up there at 116. Well, there we have it. 3 hat-trick of 14 darters for Chris Dobey.
60.
Well, that's another maximum.
Not overawed, is he? Down to 78 on his throw.
85.
Oh, we're going to see 4 out of 4 on the checkouts.
Maybe we will.
Game shot.
There's your answer.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely fearless.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Fearless darts from Chris Dobey.
Well, at the moment, he's not given Robert Thornton a chance to break the throw. You say hold on to your throw strongly. Certainly, Chris Dobey is doing that.
Look at this out of the blocks again quickly here. Well, there you go. He looks disappointed with the 140. Well, maybe another chance here for Dobey to at least threaten a break, but that's a good final dart from Robert Thornton. That's a brilliant switch. That shows his versatility and perhaps some maturity as well.
120.
Could be very costly. He does hit a lot of trebles with that last dart, does Dobey. Snatches tons all over the place. Beautiful setup from Thornton.
Yeah, just a touch of class there, wasn't it?
Yes. Although
plenty of class here from Chris Dobey.
111. Robert, you require 40. Game show in the 8th leg.
Well, as well as Dobey's playing, Chris certainly isn't frightening the Thorn.
99.
Yeah, this is it. Dobey's playing really well, but he just can't pull away from Thornton. He can't find the break. But on we go.
100.
Level again at 4 apiece.
Well, this is not a time for this young man to have a bad leg.
140.
No signs of it, but...
Yeah, just the ton there from Thornton, and he looks pretty displeased with himself because he knows it's opened the door for Dobey, and he makes the most of it, taking full advantage once again.
can't fault him on his throw. Been absolutely excellent. Over the 100 average now for Dobey.
100. Christian require 82.
Yeah, and his checkout percentages, really, that's bounced out by a mile.
No real harm done.
No.
Thornton's none on the checkout, so going to come back with 3 darts at the double top.
And you suspect Dobey will
97.
move to within 1 leg of a place in the 3rd round of the German Masters.
Game shot
And again, exemplary on the doubles. Just never looks like missing them, does it?
Well, he doesn't all 5 legs with the throw, and Robert Thornton has not even got near. Well, there we have the averages.
60.
Mentioned him shooting to prominence when he made the big stage at the World Series in Glasgow. He really first made an impression in May of last year, perhaps, when he beat Barney in a Players' Championship event in Coventry in the 1st round. And there we see, apart from that 4th leg from Thornton, it's been a very high calibre affair.
It certainly has, and when we say, you know, hold on to your throw strongly, certainly Dobey has done that, not giving Thornton a chance. However, Thornton is still well and truly in this match.
97.
And Robert Thornton has been here many times. Knows what it takes to get over the line. It's in the latter stages of any game.
Yeah, good recovery again from Thornton there, having hit the 555.
Oh,
look at this from Dobey.
Robert, you require 85.
Nervy times this for Thornton. Needs to get this, really, you feel. So, Bully wants
60.
And
on the wire.
It's just presented an opportunity here for Chris Dobey. He's been absolutely inch perfect on his double so far today. Will he be inch perfect here
48
when it matters? And he's not. And that's a shame. That's a real shame. Still work to do here though for Thornton. Double 11.
I don't understand. Yeah, he's mad with himself. He meant to hit the 17 there to go to double 4.
16.
And again, that is
But he was
so unusual.
It wasn't even close to the 17.
No.
It was right in the middle, wasn't it? That's what threw me as well.
Yeah.
I thought at first it was on purpose, but no, it wasn't. Double 4 though for Dobey. And Dobey takes it out. The opportunity came along and presented itself, and he took it when he needed to. They went toe-to-toe for the duration of that one, but Dobey just found a little window of opportunity right at the end after Thornton's errant dart into the 3 to leave the double 11. And Chris Dobey gives another sign that he is very much an emerging force to keep an eye on. A really promising young player to keep a very close eye on over the next few months. For the time being.